It took me to my final resting place in the dead of night. Awakening me from sleep from my bedchamber. Via the great hall they took me, and left me in the west dungeon. For centuries I have walked these halls, unable to move through the shadows of my past. Please find my portrait and set me free, so that I can be reunited with my beloved Ralph.
Thank you for that, if that was you. Honestly, I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I don't know if that's it's the candle flickering, but I see how that jar, the door's open, a jar there. Yeah. I keep thinking that I see a shadow going past. I don't know if it's a member of staff.
Well, it's just like I thought I saw a shadow across that door. I just thought it was me, just looking back over it.
It's almost like he's doing this.
Yeah,
it's like
just whipping past.
Like a whip.
I didn't say anything, I saw my vision. In fact, you just now said it as well.
Yeah.
Located in the northeast of the UK, it is believed to be one of the most haunted places in County Durham. The most famous story is that of a lady named Lily. She was supposedly thrown down a well in the castle grounds by two priests for rejecting the Catholic faith. Her ghost is said to float from the well and haunts the castle. A witness staying at the hotel has claimed to have seen people dressed in white walking outside on the grounds at around 3 AM, then suddenly disappearing without a trace. With so many artifacts and rooms to explore, this has got to be our biggest investigation so far. The staff here have been so welcoming, and as an active hotel, it prides itself on its great history and beautiful surroundings. We are so keen and excited to be here, and to try and find out if Lumley Castle is truly haunted.
So the castle was built, as I've said previously, in 1389, and it was originally a manor house in the local area, and it was owned by Sir Ralph of Lumley. And because he was involved heavily in the Battle of Otterburn and defence of Apprantley, he petitioned King Richard II to convert his manor house into a castle, which was granted. But he didn't get to enjoy his castle for long, because him and his son, Thomas Lumley, were involved in a coup to actually overthrow Richard II and put Henry IV on the throne. The coup failed ultimately, and Sir Ralph and Thomas both ended up in prison and basically served and the rest and were there for the rest of their lives until their execution. So Lumley Castle was built in 1389, and it was built by a gentleman called Sir Ralph of Lumley. And in 1389 it was originally a manor house, and he petitioned King Richard II in 1402 to convert it into a castle. Because obviously he's such a prominent figure in the defence of Berwick upon Tweed and the Battle of Otterburn, Cambridge II obviously allowed that to happen, and it became a castle in 1402. That's when the castle was originally built. But Sir Ralph obviously had a wife at the time, Lily of Lumley, and that's our resident ghost. Apparently it haunts our corridors. And Lily was obviously Sir Ralph's first wife. So when Ralph was away at court, attending court with Richard II, some Catholic monks came to visit Lily to bring her back into the Catholic fold because they were practicing Protestants. And when they arrived at the castle, obviously they met with Lily and ended up accidentally killing her and throwing her body down the well, which is directly below us. And this obviously connects to the old stream, which is actually directly behind the castle that flows into the river. So when the monks were here, I don't know how they ended up killing her, but they did, near her chambers, and they threw her, because her bedroom was directly above us, and they threw her down obviously into the well area. To trick Sir Ralph, they went up to Lumley village, that's just up the road, and found a sickly girl, and obviously took her to an abbey for end-of-life care. Once she passed, they wrote to Sir Ralph and just informed him that his wife had passed, obviously natural causes, and he believed them, and that's obviously why it's rumoured that Lily comes from the well and haunts our corridors. Now, there's lots of guests obviously that says it does happen, because I've had a lot of people that obviously show us things on phones, or it'll be orbs, or we'll have little stories like during the night. We actually just had one just gone, I think it was the weekend just gone. I was talking to a couple, and she was staying in room 45, Lily's room, and she felt a presence all night. She said first she thought it was her husband wandering around the room, but actually he was in bed next to her, and just basically a presence that was just there, just looking at her, staring at her, and she just felt uneasy and couldn't get to sleep. No, that's true, but she just said she didn't sleep a wink, and when she found out that was the corridor at Lily haunts, well, that was that. She was like, I wouldn't have stayed there, I would have just stayed in the courtyard. We've had various other things. Obviously people have felt that they've been watched, something's followed them, hairs in the back of the neck stand up. We've had obviously one of the more famous ones that is always on Sky Sports or around local radio stations when the Australian cricket team come across to Shane Warne. He was staying in the castle and he was convinced that there was something around, and he ended up bunking with one of his teammates, not because we didn't have any rooms, just because he was that concerned that something was actually in the castle. He had to stay in the courtyard with one of his colleagues.
And has a little giggle at Shane Watson with the ghost of Lumley Castle. And there we go.
Right, we've stopped the investigation right now because we've been invited by a company that's called the Escape Room, which is based right here in Lumley Castle. And the idea is that people come down and they try and work out puzzles and try and escape the room. And they've challenged us, myself and Steve, to see if we can work out the puzzles that are in there and try and escape the room. Are you up for this, Steve?
Oh yes.
Right, let's go have a chat with them. Hello guys. Hello. Looks like we've only got 1 hour, is that right?
That's correct. We've got 1 hour in here. That's the Raven for clues if you need it.
We've got the Raven here for clues. We speak to the Raven, do we?
Speak to the Raven.
It's going to feel a bit odd.
Okay.
We're going to do it.
Leave you in there.
Right, thank you very much. We're getting locked in now, yeah?
Yeah,
Getting locked in.
Hopefully see you in an hour.
Right, thank you. Yes. You do that, I'll play some music.
No, you're bloody reading at me.
See you later, Raven.
Hi there, good afternoon. My name is Gordon Cartwright and I'm the General Manager of the Lumley Castle Hotel, and I'm here really just to have a conversation with you regarding the history of the hotel. It's 630 years old, a very ancient building, and obviously the theme of this programme today is about ghosts. Now, from my perspective as the general manager, I know every nook and cranny of this hotel, and I can assure you that there are no ghosts here at all, none whatsoever. There are lots of legends and myths. I'm not sure I believe any of them. I'm quite happy to walk the bedroom corridors at 3 o'clock in the morning on a full moon, and I don't sense anything in the hotel at all. Now, there are guests who come down to reception on the morning of their departure and they say, we heard footsteps in the night, we heard a jangling of keys in the night, we heard the floorboards creaking. We've got night porters here, and night porters are actually patrolling the hotel throughout the night. Occasionally I would walk along one of our very ancient corridors that are made from ship's beams that are very long, and when you reach the end of it, then the other end, 15 foot behind you, will creak, and that's just the nature of this fantastic building. Is that if you were to look at architecture and be influenced by what you might expect to see, every time I would walk into a cave I'd expect to see a brontosaurus. It's just associating what you think was around at the time and then projecting that onto what you might see in the future. So, you know, there are thousands of buildings. We have wonderful, wonderful architecture in this country, whether it be York Minster, 1,000 years old, and when you think that the hotel is 630 years old, that actually dates back before the discovery of the USA. Christopher Columbus was still running around as a youngster in short trousers at this point, probably. But when you look at the context of the passing of time and the history that we have in the UK, and also in this castle, relative to the architecture that you find around the world. This is why we get so many American tourists who visit the castle, because we are so unique. You know, in addition to that, we have lots of people coming from all over the world, because it's very unusual to find an operational hotel of this age. But times change, and here we are a super modern hotel. And we exist as a very successful business in the modern era. So, are we haunted? Are there ghosts? Absolutely not. We are extremely friendly. We welcome children. We're not here to frighten anybody whatsoever. And you know, as the general manager, I have a lot of fun with my team. Sometimes I finish my shift thinking I've been on the set of Harry Potter or Robin Hood. It's such a privilege to work in a building of this nature, and to be surrounded by all the history. I can understand why a building of this nature would be generating interest from those who would wish to seek out the ghosts and the spirits, and I think that's an interesting pastime. But I'd be very sceptical that anything would be found here that would support the evidence of anything supernatural. So I hope your investigation goes well, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Thank you.
Well, this is our first part of our investigation, and we're actually inside now, which is, I think, is one of the biggest rooms. It's like an entertainment room. It's actually called the Baron's Hall, and we're going to do some echo vox and calling out now, and hopefully hear any banging noises. Present, we've got some DVR as well. Yeah. Present is myself, Phil, Jared, and camera guy, Steve. Are there any spirits with us within this room at Lumley Castle? We are inside the Baron Hall. If there's any spirits with us, please do come forward. We invite you to come forward and speak to us. We want to make contact with you tonight. Not sure what that said.
No.
It's a very, very old building. We're going back 1380. If there's any spirits that have been here this length of time, and you do want to communicate with us, we are the guys to do the communicating with, and we will listen to you. That's what we're here for. We are starting early tonight, but we're here all night. That was a bang. Did you hear that then?
Yeah, over there.
Came from over there. Thank you for that, if that was you. Can you make that thud again, please? We just heard a deep thud near the fireplace, the big, big fireplace. It's so beautiful. If you can make that thud again, please, to let us know that it was you.
Oh, really cold behind me.
Right, I'm not feeling no cold.
No, I'm right behind my back. It's icy cold.
I'm not reporting any, I can't feel any temperature change, to be honest with you, mate. But I've definitely heard shuffling. Definitely seen whiffs of a shadow going past.
Yeah,
unless they've got some dodgy electrical fault there.
No,
on the
so it
lights.
hasn't repeated itself.
No, it hasn't since, has it?
If we saw you walk past the door, could you close that door over there for us, please? You can close that door still while I'm up and go.
Oh, what?
Like, just close that door for us. Slam it shut, please. Just close it gently.
It's a hard door to close, that one.
The whole centre of my back is just goosebumps at the moment. Not my normal goosebumps I get. Different type. What was that?
Should we try some different rooms?
Yeah.
Come on, keep going. Right, so we're just going to leave the room now, guys, the Baron Hall, and we'll move to a different location and just try some more calling out. What have you just heard?
Both heard someone walking out here.
Is that not what you heard?
No.
It's too loud.
Down there, I think it's on down there, but we heard it in here. It's in here. It's like this one's like.
Right, so we're going to split up now.
Yeah. I'm going to take the nursery. I'll go upstairs. I'll be only in the nursery.
Right, where do you want me to go?
Take the SLS. Go down in. Go to the Baron Hall. The one that you don't like.
Right, so I'll go in the Baron Hall and take the SLS.
And I'll go in the nursery. with Jack Jones.
Please come forward and speak to us. We're meant to be in a haunted castle. And we're yet to be spooked.
I'm in the nursery. I'm on my own. Phil and Steve are downstairs on the floor below me in the Baron's room. So I thought I'd come up here on my own and do a bit of Echovox and see if I get any results. So let's give it a go. I have a DVR in here as well, so hopefully that will capture something if this doesn't. Are there any spirits in this area, in this nursery with me? If you'd like to make yourself known, please. Straight off, sounded to me like I said Jared. Hello, did you just say my name? How many spirits reside in this building? Are there any ghosts and spirits in this building? If so, how many are there? Not get it. Could you tell me if there... Does Lily haunt here? Does Lily's spirit still walk these corridors? Did Lily exist? Was she real? Just heard a crack coming from the other end of the room. Hello, could you bang for me again, please? Is anybody here? Can you knock again, please? Sounds like footsteps.
You don't even have to show yourself. All you have to do is just make a tap, make a bang, and I'll be able to communicate with you. This is your opportunity to talk to us. There's a lot of people that want to hear you, want to see you. Come on, knock back.
Can you say again? I'm not getting any of that. Right, just as I said that, there was a tapping noise coming from the bottom of the room. Like, this is all set out for a wedding, like a little tapping noise like that. It's just a salt and vinegar, salt and pepper being hit against a table, a carton plate, rather. This used to be a nursery. How many children were in here at one time? What's the most amount of children in here? Was this actually used as a nursery? Doesn't make any sense. If you look around the room, I think you can see it as you set out for a wedding. It's all set out for a wedding in here. Someone is getting married tomorrow, and I'm in here talking about there's any ghosts in here, so it's going to be a bit strange fun, isn't it? What is the most haunted place in this building? What's the name of the hall or room? Oh, the Echovox just decides to die. Strange noise. I can hear talking. Very distant talking.
Is anyone in this room with us right now? Any spirits in this room that want to make themselves known? If you can tap, please, on the wood. Make a loud noise.
That's definitely someone out there, isn't it?
Member of staff, huh?
Just go and check. There's just some footsteps over here then.
All right, mate.
Yeah, member of staff.
This building has actually got a cold draft going behind me now. This building is gorgeous. It really, really is a truly fantastic building. And we're so honoured to be here. I'm so thankful to being in your home. It once was your home. Do you mind me being here? Do you want me to leave this room? Doesn't make any sense. Are we safe here? Yeah, safe. I still reckon this room wasn't used. I reckon it was used as something else. Those windows look wrong for this building, for this room. Am I right? Doesn't make any sense. Making no sense whatsoever.
Can you hear any noises as well? We've got a Steve in the background over there. And we're just in this very small room. It looks and feels quite spooky. When we first came around. But we'll just see how spooky it is when we do some calling out. So I've got the headphones on as well. I've got the DVR with us, guys. Let's just switch that on. There's so many rooms in this place, so many that we've got to go and have a look at. So we can't spend too much time in one room, unfortunately, unless obviously we start getting some sort of activity. But we'll start recording on here now. Right, I'm actually recording, this is amplified. If there's any spirits with us in this room that wish to speak to us, please do. My name's Phil, I'm here with Steve. Jared's upstairs if you want to affect him. If you can shout as loud as possible so that we can hear you. Tell us your name. We are here tonight to seriously make contact with you. We're not here to mess about. We've been invited to find out if there's any truth that spirits do actually haunt the castle, or not just haunt, but live here, you know, stay here, live here. If you want to contact us and let us know that you're here, you can do. We're very friendly and we'd love to hear from you. If you can hear me somewhere in another part of the castle, I invite any of you to come down to this room and talk to us.
if you're able to do that. I'm not hearing nothing at the moment on the DVR.
I'm hearing the clock.
Eh?
I can hear the clock ticking.
Is that not me? Moving this?
I don't think so.
I'm just moving the camera now. Oh, did you hear cutlery then?
That was me.
Oh. We've got Steve over there as well, he's listening. Can you speak to us please? Tell us your name. My name's Phil. Have you got a favourite room in the castle that you'd like us to visit? I know there's plenty of rooms. It's a beautiful castle. Is that you moving? Is that you moving?
Yes.
Is that you again?
No.
What was that?
I heard footsteps. And I heard.
Hang on. That was definitely something out there, wasn't it? There's nobody there. Are you having a laugh? Mate, there's nobody there. Is that you again?
No.
What was that?
I heard footsteps.
Is that you again?
No.
Is that you again?
No.
Is that you again?
No.
It was definite footsteps, wasn't it? I've just checked the area. There's no one to the right, no one to the left.
Actually, it's still on.
Right, we're going to make our way into some other rooms now. If you want to follow us, you're more than welcome to. Maybe you've got a favourite room that you'd like us to visit, make contact with. Did you walk past earlier?
No, just come down this way.
You're joking? Right, okay. That's really weird. We've just actually...
I've just come from the kitchen. We heard the swing door go, and I've just put the file back in the box.
Right, that's weird. Because we've heard footsteps. Not from over there though.
No, I've just come to the swing door in the kitchen. Then go in the kitchen, walk through, refile, and then put it in.
Nothing came down the other way.
Well, there's definitely footsteps.
We saw a shadow go past. I've got it on camera.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is that you again?
No.
That feels like behind me. Can't really see behind me, but there's something there because I'm now beginning to get. Oh yeah, there's someone in there now with me. Hello. Can you bang on the table for me, please, so I can hear you?
Right, that's Nathan. Totally trust Nathan. I've been speaking to Nathan all day, and he's the guy that's been looking after us. He says he's just come down the other side where the kitchen is, and yes, we possibly heard footsteps from there, but when I was aiming the camera, and I'm pretty sure it's picked it up on here, I saw a shadow come past the door and footsteps. And that's why I quickly went to look out into the kitchen. I couldn't see nobody in the kitchen. I couldn't see anybody down the other side of the corridor. And I've just confronted him. I mean, yes, he is there, but Nathan isn't the type of person that's going to lie. If he's going to tell the truth, he's going to tell the truth and tell us that, you know, he walked past the door, but he said he didn't walk past the door at all. Right, let's continue then. This place is absolutely beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And like I said, there's so much to visit in this place. We are in total darkness now. Any lights that you can see are just emergency lights. So we're going to go up the steps.
Echovox one last chance. See if we can get anything of Echovox. If not, then we'll head down to another area.
Is there any there's no residents up here, is there?
Not in this bit, I wouldn't have thought.
Come on, one last chance to come and speak to me now. If there's any spirits here, like, just come and speak to me. Can you do that for me, please?
Right. What was that?
I don't know. I thought you kicked up.
No? Oh, down. Right, it's just the floor.
Yeah.
Right, let's go into the kitchen area.
You don't want to go further on, you want to go up to the left.
Let's just do this floor first.
Hey.
Right, so we're in the kitchen area. I can hear a clock.
I can hear a clock downstairs.
There's definite clock ticking. There's lots of plates and stuff in the kitchen, obviously.
Calling out the spirits in this nursery, to this house, in this building. If there's anybody here in this building that would like to communicate with us, could you please give me a definitive yes?
Any spirits wish to make contact
No,
with
I
us
asked
in
you
the
to give me a
kitchen?
yes. If you can say yes, then I'll carry on talking
You could
to you.
rattle some cups.
Say no, and I shall leave. Thank you.
I know it's still early at the moment. Whereas it's coming up to midnight.
Dinner.
It's actually past midnight.
Right,
there is
I'll leave
anything
and go to a
here,
different area, so if
make
you'd
your
like to
presence
talk to me
known.
if you're in this nursery.
Be as loud as
So
you can.
please do
There's
say
plenty of
something.
objects in
If
this
not,
kitchen.
I'm going to leave.
Rattle some pans.
Now I'm doing there.
That's me.
Well,
That's
thank
what
you
you
very
need to
much
do.
for your
That one's
time.
on the edge actually. If you can move that, that'd be fantastic.
If you had communicated with me, I should have listened back, and hopefully you have. So stop where we are. Stop this recording now. I'm going to shoot off to
Well, if you can
somewhere
move that.
else, and I shall be back in a minute. Goodbye.
You don't have to move it now, you can move it during the course of the evening. We'll hear it later on if you do want to throw it. Right, this is Phil here, currently in Lily's room. As you can see over there, I've got a balloon also set up in this bedroom as a trigger object, and just to the right of the balloon we've also got what is similar to a K2. If there's any interference or anything like I can smell burning. If there's any interference to that will go off as well. I'm just going to plot myself on the bed here. Apparently people who have stayed here the night have actually seen spirits standing here on the corner. So without interfering the balloon too much, I'm just going to walk past it and get myself sat down. It is absolutely pitch black in this bedroom, really dark. Right, so on the bed. I'm also listening on the DVR as well. That might come through. And by the way, the bed is very, very comfy. Just what you needed after a massive investigation at the castle. Right, let's do some calling out. Just going to turn the DVR on.
I'm on my own. I'm now downstairs in the Scarborough room. As you can see, I am completely alone. I can already hear banging going on outside. Whether that's Phil and Steve heading upstairs, I don't know. I will turn the camera around. Actually, I'll move it over to the side so I can spin it round towards the doors if I hear any more bumps. Just bear with us. Right. So, there's me. I'm just going to... There's me. So I can turn the camera around to see the room. So you can see what I'm seeing out into the room. I'll do a bit of calling out here first and then we'll try a bit of echo box. So any spirits in this room that would like to make themselves known to me, please come forward and maybe we can have a talk.
Lily, I'm actually in your bedroom right now. We've been investigating all across the castle looking for spirits, see if they actually exist. I know I've come to your bedroom. The bedroom that the monks supposedly came and ended your life. How did that make you feel? Are you able to move anything in the room? Can you show yourself to me? Do you show yourself regularly to guests at the end of the bed? There is a fly in here right now, so if you see something buzzing about, it's nothing more but just a fly. I am starting to feel a really weird sense in this room. Not hearing anything at the moment on the DVR. Can you move the balloon for me, please? Go and stand at the end of this bed, like you do for guests that get to stay here the night. They didn't want you here, did they? But I do. I want you to come here. I want to say hello. Not sure if that's a mirror reflecting back over there. Right, I'm getting a really cold sense on my leg right now. On my right leg.
Spin the camera around to me and do some echo box. See if we can get any response there, because knocking and whistling isn't really doing a lot. I have heard some footsteps, but I'm putting that down to Phil and Steve. Phil, you have to edit that bit out. And me sneezing. Oh, not good. Anyway, back to it. Echo box time. If there's any spirits in this area who would like to make themselves known to me, please come forward and do so. Could you give me your name if you're in here, please? Could you tell my name? See, I think this building is a gorgeous building, but I don't think there's anything in here. Oh, we haven't done the dungeon yet. We'll go and do the dungeon in a little while. Whoa, a little night anomaly just goes floating past my head then. Huh. Cool little bug. Okay, so are there any spirits actually in this building? You can hear me. Could you whistle for me? That's not a reflection from my glasses. I thought that was a bug.
I am hearing a voice. It just sounds like a male voice going,
I would like to see if there's anybody in here. We'd just like to see something to say that this place is actually haunted. We're not in a nasty way, because it's a beautiful house, so I'm assuming you're going to be here because you love this place so much. How do you feel about it being used for what it's used for now? I'm not home.
It's a beautiful room. Come on, Lilies, come and say hello. Let everyone know that you really do exist. There's staff members here that don't believe that you exist.
I want to know about Lily. I want to know if Lily's here. Lily, are you here, sweetheart? If the story behind what happened to you is true, it's truly horrible. And I'd like to know if it did happen. So I'd like to speak to Lily Lumley, if it's possible. Lily, are you around? I'd like you to come forward and talk to me, please. people have seen your spirit here. They've also seen the monks that allegedly killed you. Did you get killed by monks? It's very brave of you not to denounce your faith, be persecuted for it. Hats off to you for sticking up for yourself. I'd like to know who really happened to you. Obviously, going back over this footage later on will determine if we have anything, because it just makes no sense at the moment whatsoever, but listening back to it will do.
Lily, can you appear behind me? You're too shy. I don't think you are shy though, are you? Can you move the balloon? Move the balloon for me, Lily. I was getting a strange feeling earlier, but I don't seem to be getting that feeling right now.
I love this building. It's so homely, it just feels so lovely. It really is a fantastic building. Lily, could you come through and talk to me, please? Any spirits in this building? Anyone would like to come on through? Please make yourself known. Please bang on the floor, bang on the door, knock on the table for me.
Some balloons outside in the corridor. If you're hanging around in the corridor, Lily, because that's where you're supposed to be seen as well. Can you move the balloons? Can you knock on any walls? Can you make any banging noises for me? Can you knock on the front door? You don't really come to this room, do you, Lily? Is that you in the picture? Come and show yourself to us, Lily. Come on. Come and walk closer to me. Walk towards me. Can you walk towards me, Lily? You push me on the bed? Without the night vision, it's a lot more scarier, granted. With the night vision on, and I'm able to see everything. It doesn't seem as scary. Yeah, that's definitely a mirror. So you've got a mirror directly where the bed is there. I'm just wondering if guests are lying down on here, and as soon as they sit up, I mean, from this position you can see the picture on the wall there. So I mean, if you're half asleep and you see that picture, is that what they mean by Lily standing at the end of the bed? Or if you were to sit up, would you not just see a reflection of yourself? Oh Lily, are you really here? Because that's my theory on what's happening. That's just a fly. Oh, I don't know what that was. I do not know what that was. That was not a fly. I've never seen anything as big as that before. That was good. I'm not really into this orb thing, but as you can see, there are no dust particles about. There are flies about, but that wouldn't qualify as a fly in my mind.
I'm just going to change the camera view. I'm going to take it off me. I'm going to point it down the corridor a bit, because I'm not sure if you keep seeing things at the corner of my eye down the corridor. So I'm going to point the camera down there, because that's where I keep catching things out the corner of my eye. So, my sniffing. I'm going to point the camera down there. Zoom in a little bit. So see if we capture anything walking along the corridor. So I'm going to still be over here, sitting down in my chair, desk. And I've got a sensation there's something in here with me. It's really cold in here as well. Any spirits in here? You can make me cold. You don't have to be on camera. You can come and sit on the chair beside me, or sit on the desk, or even one of the chairs in front of me. This is the room where they do weddings as well. I really would like to know if you're here. Could you talk to me, please? Any spirits here? Please whistle. I hear footsteps, but I'm assuming that's Phil and Steve upstairs. Are you walking around it? Can I hear your footsteps?
Let's just have a look at the corridor and see if the balloons on the corridor have changed. If I can find my way out. Oh, can't open the door. There we go. No, that balloon's the same. Nothing's changed there. That balloon's the same. Right, so this is the next part of the bedroom. And we've got Steve snoring on the bed.
Any spirits here, please do come forward. I begin to get bored hearing the sound of my own voice. So please come say hello.
Hello?
Can you walk towards my camera? Come to the door. Come to the door at the other end of the room and walk towards me.
No.
Can you do anything? Can you bang? So I don't think there's anything in this place. It just seems all too quiet. I don't feel creeped out. I don't feel spooked out. I don't really feel anything. There's a knock.
Lily, are you with me right now? I asked you to follow me. Yes. Did you like this room? What was the name of your husband? Why do you show yourself to guests that come to stay here? Yeah, guests that come here. Do you not like them being here? They come to see Lily.
Please knock for me. There's nothing in this place, I don't think at all.
Let's go and get Steve. Try and find our way over here. I can look at these balloons as well. Done?
Yeah.
There's no floor coming through. No, there's a dodo, mate.
So much is made of the legend, mystery, and myth of Lily. Listen, myths and legend. You've got the Tooth Fairy. You've got Robin Hood. You've got to take all these things with a pinch of salt, really. I think if we were the haunted house on the hill here, I think there would be more than just rhetoric and myths. There would be lots of content of curtains moving, and there isn't really. And I think if you look on YouTube today, many people have been here before you that have sought out to speak to the spirit world, and not much is going on really. But it's a bit of fun, and that's all I see it as, really. A bit of fun. This is a fun hotel that like, you know, trades on our friendliness with our fantastic guests, and you know, on that basis we will continue trading for another 630 years, no doubt.
The whistle. Here we go. Any spirits?